What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabrielle Tongo, but you can call me Gabs. And as always, we are back with another Buffbunny collection try on and review. If you have not joined my Gab fam before and this is your first time coming across any of my videos, hello and welcome. I am one of your go-to resources when it comes to Buffbunny collection try on and reviews, especially when it comes to the bigger titty committee. But honestly, over time, I have definitely been very resourceful for all different kind of body types, and I think that's so cool that my videos can help every single body. With that being said, we have a new collection coming out on January 7th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that collection is called the Storm Collection. Behind the Storm Collection is a mixture of dark and moodiness to represent the storm element, while also introducing some pastel, cozy pieces for the start of spring. Anyways, this color palette will be for some, maybe not for everybody, but we do have some blues in there, some blacks, a purple, and then we have some pastels for the more chill sets that I will be talking about later on in the video. So if you guys want to know all the details on the upcoming collection, then just keep watching. Some few housekeeping things before we jump into the video, as always, since some of you guys are new here, but if you guys are a long time Gab fam, you guys can skip through the next little bit here. But I like to try to keep my videos as short as possible, meaning under an hour. And with all of my videos, I like to accompany it with a PDF. In that PDF is where you guys will find more photos, more measurements, more of my specific sizes, my size preferences, some cliff notes on some of the things that I say in this video, but a lot of photo comparisons are in there. So if you guys do not see them on the screen, they are in that PDF. So I always suggest that you guys pause the video, download the PDF, it's completely free, and follow along in the video alongside the PDF so you guys can see all the details at once. I've found that by doing the PDF plus the video, it has made my video a little bit shorter, not by a lot. And it's always a nice way to reflect back on my thoughts in a more summarized way without having to watch my video over and over again. So highly recommend that you guys download that free PDF in the description box down below. Again, it is 100% free and it is very complimentary to this video. So I highly suggest that you don't watch this video unless you have that PDF downloaded as well to follow along with. In addition, as I continue to wear these pieces beyond me filming this video here, I do update you guys over on Instagram through my stories. So make sure you guys follow me over there so you guys can keep up to date with any things that I change my mind, new discoveries that I make, or anything like that, or as I wash them and wear them more often, you guys are in the know. I usually have an Instagram highlight saved for every collection, so go ahead and look for the Storm Instagram highlight and you'll find all the details there. As always, if you guys have any other questions after this video, you guys can always reach me in my Discord community. I am so much more active there than anywhere else when it comes to interacting with you guys. It's just an easier way for me to kind of filter all the conversations, all the questions, and it's a really nice way for you guys to also answer one another and for me to answer the same question for everyone all at once. So I do highly recommend that you guys join my free Discord community if you guys are down for that. My Gab fam, oh, you guys are something else. And I absolutely love it. We are all just on the same level of like humor, extraness, love for activewear, obviously. And it's just a really fun community over there. So if you're all about that, feel free to join. If not, totally all good. But that is probably the best way to ask me direct questions. Just because over the last year, I've probably been the absolute worst in my DMs. And I say that every single video, but genuinely, I'm just terrible. And I'm trying to get better every single time. I'm usually pretty good around launches because I do know how like crucial those are, and I do prompt you guys accordingly through my Instagram stories how to like make sure I don't miss your messages. But if you guys don't want to join Discord, then Instagram would be your second best bet to get your answers from me, or I was gonna say to get your questions answered by me. I usually put up a question box to give you guys a final opportunity to ask questions. I let you guys know to, you know, bump your messages accordingly if you're still waiting for a response from me. And then finally, if one of those two don't work, you guys can also comment below down in the comments of this video. I don't check my YouTube very often, but I will occasionally leading up to the launch. At the end of the day, bottom line is you will hear from me from one of the three ways if you guys have any additional questions after this video. But the goal is to have this video and the PDF answer all of your guys' questions. Also, there may or may not be a giveaway happening over on Instagram. So if you guys want a chance to win a $50 gift card, you guys can go over there. And lastly, if you guys want to save 10% off your order, you guys can do so by entering the code GABS at checkout or in this box where it says support your favorite affiliate, and that'll save you 10% off your entire order. Of course, you guys can use any other person's code. You cannot use the code if you don't have to, as it does directly support me. I do get a little bit of a commission from it. I always like to be transparent about that. It does support me, my family, the production of all of these reviews. So it is a great way for you guys to just show some love. At the end of the day, I want your guys' shopping experience to be as seamless as possible, especially since it is all online. I understand the frustrations when it comes to finding your size, figuring out if you like a material or whatever that might be. At the end of the day, I want you guys to be able to check out if you choose to shop this collection with absolute confidence, because I know that spending that hard-earned money is, you know, a bit of a situation there. And we want to make sure we're spending that hard-earned money properly, you know? Last but not least, although I am a sponsored athlete, my opinions remain 100% honest all the time. I will tell you if I like something, I'll tell you if I don't love something, I'll tell you if I think, kind of. I will give you guys all the details. My Gap fam knows that already. I always keep it very honest with you guys. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm here to help you, and if I'm lying, helps absolutely nobody. So that is everything. If you guys want the full details of the Storm collection happening next Saturday, January 7th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, then just keep watching. All right, so the Storm collection. There's a mixture of dark and moodiness to represent the storm element, while also introducing some pastel, cozy pieces for the start of spring. I feel like spring is still very far away. And the way that I kind of see it too is like the colors are like the different phases of a storm. Like, you know, it's like bright and sunny, kind of gets all gloomy, gets all dark and like ugly with the lightning and stuff like that. And then it's like bright sunny day again. So I think that's kind of how the color palette went, but that is how they describe it in the PDF. Many of the activewear pieces will be made with performance sweat wicking fabrics that are great for high intensity or outdoor activities. I can definitely say we are seeing a lot of that. Some collections are very Newbury fabric focused, which is that light, buttery, soft kind of feel. But this one for sure is more of your performance fabrics, as well as some cozy fabrics that we've been waiting for so long. So really excited to talk about those. Going back to the color palette. The color palette represents the silent reflection of our thoughts when it comes to grief and sadness versus the optimism and the sunrise after a storm. Now that is hitting us with the feels. That is really thought through, you know? So I do appreciate that. I really, really do. So that makes sense as to why we're seeing so many different colors. And like I was saying about the cozy stuff, we are seeing some new cloud athleisure pieces, which I hope are a new staple in a lot of the collections to come in 2023. So we'll see. Also, I just realized by the time you guys are seeing this, it is a new year. So happy new year, guys. Thank you for such an incredible 2022 year, whether you support me through Buffbunny Collection or just support me in general. I know I do much more than just Buffbunny Collection, but a lot of you guys do follow me for that. So I do want to thank you guys for such an incredible year. I am so excited for what's to come in 2023. And I know that sounds so cliche, but genuinely, I may or may not have seen a little bit of a sneak peek of what's to come in 2023. And we are excited. We are very, very excited, and I can't wait to share that with you guys over this next year. So I hope you guys had a happy and safe new year and Christmas and everything like that, or whatever you celebrate. But anyways, had a little bit of brain fart and realized we're in 2023 when you guys are watching this. So happy new year. Anyways, back to the collection details. So yeah, seeing a lot of Elysium fabric and Newbury fabric, and then the cloud pieces are just its own thing, you know? So if you guys are into the performance fabrics because you guys do a lot of running or high intensity workouts, sweating and all that stuff, and maybe the buttery soft material, which I don't know who doesn't like it, isn't totally for you and you prefer more of the performance stuff, this collection might be for you, as long as you like the colors and stuff. I do feel like they definitely gave us some new pieces that we haven't really seen before. I'm very happy with some of them, so I'm excited to dive into those with you guys. All right, so normally I like to go through the tops first, bottoms first. A lot of you guys, well, last time I did like the older pieces and then the newer pieces, but honestly, I don't know if that's gonna work for this one because we have so many newer pieces. So I think we're gonna go back to the order of tops, bottoms, stuff like that. Always open to feedback, whatever's gonna make it easier for you guys. I honestly feel like there's just no perfect way, and it just kind of depends on the collection maybe, but open to whatever. On the screen, I always write down like what I'm wearing, like size-wise, and what I prefer or anything like that. Again, the PDF will have all those details as well. So please make sure you have it pulled up with you as you're watching this video. And then a lot of color comparisons are going to be there as well, and comparing similar items that look the same design-wise but might be a little bit different. So definitely check that out. So with that being said, let's start with the bras. I always start with the pieces that I have personally here, and because I don't have them all, I'll go over the ones that I don't have and give you guys suggestions on what I think about them, what sizing I would get, if I would get it or not, and then we go from there. All right, so let's start with the Infinity Sports Bra that I'm wearing here right now. But first, I feel like I need some chapstick. So let me just... We said, can we get a supportive bra? But let me just also give you a supportive bra for your chapstick. Quite literally, there is a spot for your chapstick in this bra. So don't just put your chapstick in your boobs. Like, no, we don't do that. It's gonna get all melted and gross. Like, no, we don't do that. They actually made it an actual compartment there, which I low-key think is kind of genius. Like, yeah, it's kind of annoying, like how you can like see the chapstick here and all. But like if you're running or like at the gym and you don't like to carry like a bag around or anything, but like you know your lips be getting chapped all the time, it's kind of smart. You have to give it to them. It's pretty smart. I honestly had no idea about this. It doesn't even say it in the description in the PDF that I have. So when Heidi mentioned it in her live, I was like, oh shit. So literally there's a designated spot there. And then at the top, there is like a silicone little grippy thing so that it's literally not going to come out while you're jumping around or anything like that, or when you're running or anything. So really think that was a cool addition. There's also some pockets in the back. Now, honestly, with my mobility, we are not reaching the back. You know, like we can kind of reach it, but like I am definitely like dislocating my shoulder to like reach into the pocket. And so it's just not really happening for me to put anything back there. I rarely use any like back pockets, even in like leggings and stuff. I think like maybe when I get into running and stuff, like I would, like running outside, but I think it's nice that it's there. I think I love the idea of it. I don't feel like these are very secure pockets, so I like don't know how well it would stay in there. You know what I mean? Like look, the chapstick's in there, but like she's definitely coming out, right? So if I had a card or keys in there, like it's not very secure. So personally for me, I would just not use them. I just don't feel like these pockets specifically are secure enough for such important things, in my opinion. So there is that. So I just want to show those like fun little features. And then we also have some reflective detailing here. So when you're running, it's great. It'll reflect off. Overall, bigger titty committee, we approve of the Infinity Sports Bra. She is so comfortable, very great coverage. She reminds me a lot of kind of like a hybrid of the Bloom bra and a little bit of the canceled bra, to be honest with you. She also reminded me a little bit of the Twilight bra that she didn't work out for me at all. But I want to say that it's actually very similar to the Twilight bra. So I think they were like, okay, Twilight didn't quite work. Let's do something else. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of giving me like Bloom bra vibes. Where is my Bloom bra? Don't have the Bloom bra with me, but it's kind of giving me Bloom bra vibes with the Twilight, with a little bit of canceled. Canceled is because of like how thick it is here. That's really the only thing. And then the Bloom bra, because it has a little bit of a sweetheart neckline. And then just like with how the Bloom bra, let me say Bloom bra one more damn time. Okay, one more time. And then the back, love the back. I don't know what it really reminds me of, to be honest with you. I'm like looking around at everything I have and I don't think it quite reminds me of anything, to be honest. But anyways, the back is really nice. Like sometimes I have some like spillage going on, but I don't feel like I get that much with this design specifically. Now I do get a little bit more in the medium versus the large. I'm wearing the medium right now in this blue, and then in comparison, you'll see me wearing the black one, which is a large. So I'll talk about sizing in just a second. But anyways, the design of it overall does remind me a lot of a hybrid of all those bras that I mentioned. So great side boob coverage, very, and then a little bit of clavage, like just to be kind of like cute, but not too much where I feel like I'm like spilling out or anything, or like it's just distracting kind of thing. I've been wearing this for a little bit now and it's been very comfortable on my traps here. No issues at all. And yeah, overall, I really have nothing bad to say. I think this will definitely be my go-to for like high intensity interval training or jumping or running, anything where the girls are moving a lot. We need them to stay locked. Speaking of locked and loaded, I do feel the most supported in the medium just because it kind of squishes it in a little bit more, you know, like really, really keeps in, where the large is a bit more comfortable. I'm still it's a little more breathing room, so it doesn't feel as impressive. So in the medium, I definitely get more like spillage happening here. I feel so. In the large, I feel I don't have very much spillage in the back. I have good support here, so I could also still run and jump in this, but I feel like the medium is going to be what I gravitate towards the most. So I think it really depends if you're going to worry a lot about like the back spillage happening or anything like that, and like if you like to be like pretty locked and loaded or not. I thought I wouldn't like hanging out in this size that much because it is like I said, more hugging, but like I said, I've been wearing it for a couple hours now and I've been totally fine and comfortable. So yeah, I think it just depends on your preference as to whether or not you like that extra huggingness or not, or if you want to be a little bit more comfortable and not worry about it being too tight right here specifically. Because when I'm just like chilling, I feel that it's a little bit tighter there, even like you can like see it even just from the side kind of thing. If that's going to bother you, then definitely go up to like your more true size. As you guys may or may not, I've been kind of in between medium and large lately, just depending on the design of the bra and like how I want it to fit and like how much side boob coverage it's giving me and stuff like that. So you'll kind of see me go back and forth between a medium and large. But yeah, for this specifically, I like both, but if I want to feel really locked in, I'm going to go for the medium. And I have still great side boob coverage. Like I have a little bit here, but not a lot. And if it's really nice around the rib cage is why I've been liking mediums a lot more, is like right here fits perfectly, where with the large I do get a little bit of gapping. So that is my overall thoughts on the Infinity Sports Bra. Definitely a new bigger titty committee favorite. So if you guys are looking for a really good performance fabric bra that is going to check all the boxes, including holding your chapstick, this one is for you. Now, sadly, it's only coming out in 2 colors, which is going to be this color Aquifer and then a Storm Gray, which is basically black. So it's also made of eco polyester spandex, which is really cool. And as always, has some removable bust pads. Also, I really love the monochromatic silicone logo here. I find that they always use this one when it's like the eco stuff. So pretty cool. But anyways, that is the Infinity Sports Bra. All right, next up is the Emerge Sports Bra. So she looks very much like the Alpha Sports Bra, but she fit a little different. Can we just talk about this print? This is their new heat press brushed print. So it's another like faux leather kind of vibe, but it's just different. Like it's very distressed looking, obviously. And as you can see, as it reflects off the light, like some pieces are matte, some pieces are shiny, and it's just like, it's something different and it just looks so good. I wore it at the gym on back day. She was feeling confident. She was feeling good. It's really good. Around the Alpha Sports Bras, a little bit like they're them. But the one thing that I did notice is that it didn't fit quite exactly like the Alpha Sports Bra. I remember in my live, I was kind of complaining. I was like, why don't we just call it an Alpha Sports Bra just with a different pattern? Now, I do realize that when certain pieces, even though they're the exact same, are made of different material, they do like to name them something different, which I can understand so that no one is expecting a certain fabric, because that would be kind of hard to, I guess, break it down like on the website to be like Alpha Sports Bra, this color, this material, you know? So personally, I would have preferred if it was just like Alpha Sports Bra V2 or something, kind of like what they've done with the ROSA V2s and stuff. But anyways, it's really not that big of a deal. Even Heidi called it the Alpha Sports Bra in her live. I didn't stick around too long for her to say anything more if she was saying that, like, you know, they just renamed it because of what I just said, the material. But anyways, when I try her on, she's a little different. Like, not by a lot, but a little bit. I did find, I always get a large in Alpha Sports Bras because of the clavage situation and because of how open back it is. My two big concerns always is obviously the bigger titties, but also my back. I carry a lot of my body fat in my back. So I am pretty self-conscious there. So whenever things are like very open back or very tight there, I like to usually size up for that. Again, like we just talked about in this though, I'm like, if I know I'm running and jumping, I want more support than like aesthetics wise. So anyways, with the Emerge Sports Bra, I found that I had a lot of gapping here, which was so unfortunate. And I could probably get it taken in to fix that, like no problem. Like it's not the end of the world. I'm like, shit, I need a medium. But then when I tried on the Alpha Sports Bra from the recent Undead collection, it fit a lot better in the cup. So I'm like, damn, like I love this one so much out of all the Alpha sports bras that I have, but just that gapping is just a little annoying, you know? So that was the only thing that I noticed about the Emerge sports bra that really was like, oh, like that's different. And then I do find that there's a little bit more extra material. Maybe not. Let me just pull out the measuring tape here. The measuring tape. So from here to here is, this is really hard to do facing the camera, but from here to here is 2.5. From here to here is 3. So those are some changes there right away. That's probably why I didn't feel so like out there in the Emerge bra, was because there's like 1/2 inch more length happening here from like how deep the neckline goes. And then I noticed there's also not a seam in the middle either. So that's one that's different. I'm just gonna measure how much material there is from here to here. So we've got just about 3.5, and then we have just about 3.25. So overall, there are some differences in the design. So while I wanted to say, like, why not call it an Alpha sports bra, that wouldn't really be fair to do because it's kind of different. So even the cups, let's see here. Even the cups are a little bit bigger, which makes sense why I had some gapping. You can see here, the cups are a little bit larger. So very interesting. But overall, if you look at them first glance like I did, they do seem very similar, where you would assume that it's pretty much the same bra. So I do apologize for that we should have named it Alpha Sports Bra V2, because she's very much not. She has some differences and I love her very much. I am going to probably get a medium in this just to compare, because yeah, the medium might cause a little less gapping than the large did. So I will keep you guys posted on that. But overall, bigger titty community approved if you're okay with a little bit more of a clavage moment. But I would, like I said, I would maybe size down, knowing that you'll probably get extra pushing up, but you won't get the gapping like I did, right? So just keep that in mind. She's definitely more of a light to medium sports bra. But yeah, this heat press brushed situation is so cool. So it's basically like the Nubri fabric inside, and then outside is like not. So that's like the best way I can describe it for you guys. So anyways, that is the Emerge sports bra. All right, so next up is the Storm sports bra. So I have it up here. So the Storm sports bra is really cool because this one piece is pissing me right the fuck off. Holy shit. Pause for me to fix this. Anyways, the Storm sports bra, I don't know if it's just me, but I realized you can wear it 2 different ways. So she very much gave me Ambrosia bra vibes when I saw her back in early December when we were there for the holiday party. We got a little sneak peek of some of these pieces, and immediately it was like Ambrosia bra. I think it was called that. I have it here. There's no way in hell I can put it on. Maybe I'll try. I found it after I did the try on clip, so I'll see if I can like try it on and put a picture or a video here of me trying it on afterwards. But the front very much reminds me of it a lot, because it did like kind of the mesh thing, but it didn't go all the way. And then it has like the sweetheart neckline underneath, kind of giving me like a maraschino bra vibes. So I'll put them side by side so you can kind of see their similarities. But I will say the Storm Sports Bra is definitely a lot better. Although it was a very deep plunge like bra, I felt like I wasn't so out there because of the mesh probably. My brother didn't think so. He was like, it literally is still very clavage, but whatever. Because I get it, like you can still see it through the peephole, but I just felt a little bit less exposed, I guess you could say, because the mesh was there. But the way that I kind of see it is that it's basically like the front of a maraschino with some mesh happening here, and then a different kind of the back. Like it's not like the maraschino back at all. It's not really like the Ambrosia one either. I don't even know what it would compare to, but it's a eraser back with some 2 straps there. It also has a phone holder in the back. Now that, I get the concept, and I think it was a cool concept back when people had like wired headphones, or like maybe people still use wired headphones like for the over the ear ones. But like again, with my mobility, there's no fucking way I can reach my back like this to get my phone. Like just absolutely no way. I don't know. But I guess maybe too, when you're running, you don't really need your phone in your hand. So like putting it there would be good. I will test it out the next time I do a run and just see how I feel about it. But I'm just like, just the thought of putting it in there and getting it out, I'm like, I'm not mobile like that, you know? So I don't know. A lot of the girls during my live were just joking about like putting your snacks there and stuff like that, which you definitely could. You could put your protein bar there for like post-workout. You could put like some electrolyte packets in there to like have during your workout. You guys are just use the pockets for whatever your imagination and whatever your needs are. Your needs might not be to put your phone there, it might be to put a chapstick back there, might be for a snack, intra workout, you know. That is the design aspect of it. But something that I discovered was that you can wear it two ways. So I was changing, right? And I was like, let me see if I can put the mesh behind and if it would still look good. And it does. Like, she definitely didn't mention that in here in the PDF that you can wear it both ways, but I'm gonna say you can wear it both ways. So if you're like, I don't need the mesh, I'm good, toss it in the back and it looks fine both front and back. So here on the screen, you're seeing the two different ways that you could wear it. Again, no one said specifically you should wear it that way, but I'm just like, it works. Initially, I was like, you could cut off the mesh, but then that also sounds like, why would I cut material off when I paid, you know, 50, 60 bucks for it? And then even when I wore it with the mesh in the back, it didn't feel like it was like itchy or anything like that. So I felt fine there. I do point out like how it like folds weird a little bit when you do wear it to the back. So just a heads up and you'll kind of see how you do that. I don't suggest you trying to flip the mesh while you have it on. I did that and I'm pretty sure I stretched the mesh. So bad part on my end. I would take it off, flip it, and then put it on.
I feel like this is not how I did it. Wait, I gotta do this off.
But yeah, so you could really have like a maraschino look-alike moment if you wanted to. It's kind of what's really cool about the Storm pieces. We have the sports bra and leggings coming up. Is that it's like a mixture of so many different materials. So we have mesh. We have the micro material that we saw in like the Northern leggings, which is now called the Rebel leggings, the shimmer print, the micro dot situation. We do see that in the Storm pieces. And then we also see mesh. And then we also see just the regular smooth fabric. So really cool to see a hybrid of the Elysium mesh and shimmer all together. And it's definitely more of a medium to high support level bra. I say more medium just because of it being such a low neckline. But overall, I was very comfortable wearing it all day. And for my workout, it was all good. I did back and it didn't move around or anything like that, which was nice. Did I do back? I don't remember. But I worked out in it and I chilled in it for a little bit and I was all good. So yeah, that is the Storm sports bra. Size-wise, did I wear a large? Hello? So I did do a large in that one specifically, only because again, when I know it's a lower like neckline, I like to go to my large size just to, you know, keep in mind of that. Also, I do find for most Elysium fabrics, I do sometimes go up in a size, and that goes for both the bras and leggings. But again, I'll talk more about that when it comes to the leggings later on as to my issues with that. So anyways, that is the Storm sports bra. And this one will be coming out in the color Mist, which is this beautiful light blue color. And I do have a couple comparison photos that will be in the PDF comparing some of these blues here, but I'll give you guys a quick glance of some of the older blues compared to Mist. I would say it's the most similar to some blues that we saw from the Frozen collection last year, not 2022, but like last year, 2021. But I feel like these are a bit more muted of a blue. Like this is very like Arctic blue, you know what I mean? Where this is more of like a muted blue. And I don't know if it's gonna show up properly in camera, but anyways, it's just different. And that's the thing with like Buffbunny collection and all their colors that they come out with. It's really hard to like describe some of the differences because they look so similar when you're looking at them alone. But then when you compare them to other colors, you're like, oh shit, like it is different. And it's because it's like a little bit cooler, a little bit warmer, a little bit more of this undertone or whatever. So anyways, Mist is very beautiful. I liked it. And yeah, so that is the Storm sports bra, for real, for real. All right, next up is the WONDERLUST sports bra. So this one, I very much got like Geo sports bra, laser lit sports bra vibes, and it is very similar. However, it is a little bit more narrow than the Geo sports bra. So I would say it's more similar to the laser lit one. Again, I'll have a bunch of comparison photos for you guys in the PDF. I would say overall, I still get the same size though. I do like to get a medium and then put on the last hook, just that as I lose weight, I can continue with the medium, where I find with the large, I'm usually on the last class, like the tightest setting, and you can't really go tighter from there. So I personally like to go with the medium, knowing that I do get a little bit more side boob there happening, and it is a little bit tighter in my trap. So I think you have to pick and choose your battles, as I always say, when it comes to sizing if you are in between. Now, the difference with the WONDERLUST is obviously that it is made of a more performance fabric, which is the Elysium fabric. So that is really great for sweat wicking and just performance-wise. And what's really cool with this WONDERLUST sports bra is it does have reflective print on it. So if you are running in the dark or anything like that, no one will miss you. I did a quick video of me wearing the leggings with the flash on, and let me tell you, you can spot me from a mile away. So definitely great for those who can run outside in the dark, period. I'm not really sure how many of us would risk our lives for that, but good for you if you do. Or I guess early morning is the same situation. Personally for me, I will always, if I ever run outside, will be in the daylight. So anyways, even if you're just going for like a walk with your dog or whatever, wearing reflective pieces is always good too. So really like that we're seeing some of that. But like I said, I get the same size that I do with my Geo, my laser lit, all of it. I just keep in mind that because it has a little bit more narrow straps that it doesn't cover as much as the Geo does, and it is a little bit tighter in my traps. So just keep that in mind. But overall, not much else to say about it because it is pretty much identical other than the things that I already mentioned. So that is the WONDERLUST sports bra. As always with these kind of bras that do have the kind of like eye hook, they always come with an extender. So you do get an extender with the WONDERLUST sports bra as well. And because you do get that extender, that is another reason why I do suggest going with your smaller size if you're in between, just because you can extend it even more than just that last class. Where again, if you go with your larger size, and if you lose weight or if you know, something happens and you just don't like the way that it fits anymore and you want it tighter, it's kind of hard to do that when you're already on the tightest setting. So just something to keep in mind. That's kind of just how I rationale what size to get for these kind of bras specifically. All right, next up is the MONARCH sports bra. I am very upset with her because I want her to work for me so bad. And there's moments where I'm like, yes, it works. And then there's moments where it's like, what the fuck? Like, and it was this one specifically where it just did not work. Like my side boob was just bad. And I don't know if it's because I do have like a wide set like breast diameter that like is just not gonna work for my kind of boobs, because I know it works for some, but for me, it just doesn't. Like my breast implants, I have a lot more side boob than like projection, I guess you could say. I mean, I have both, but I have more of like a wider boob than anything. And that's just naturally as well, even before my boobs. But I just did not like this MONARCH sports bra on me at all. I even got the large, and I already know that when I do get an extra large, it's just too loose in the rib cage. So MONARCH sports bras just don't work for me. Wear them mostly under like hoodies or crew necks or whatever when I'm not really showing off my bra, but it's just too much. You know, like there's a fine line of too much and it's okay, you know? So for me, the MONARCH sports bra just doesn't work for my boobs. It is a #1 favorite for so many people. So if you love the MONARCH sports bras, by all means. I unfortunately can't compare too much to like older ones because I don't get it often, because I always try and then I'm always disappointed. So I think I'm just about done. Like maybe when they announce like a new change to MONARCH sports bras again, like I'll try it again. But like this last one, I should say, or this current one, just does not work. She's just everywhere. And I even like tried to like cup it and everything, and it's just a no. So anyways, the MONARCH sports bras, if you love them, get it. If you don't, I would just not try again. I'm just over it, you know? But we are seeing about 9 different colors. We have Aquifer, Hustle Print. I am so excited for Hustle Print to be coming back. Hustle Print came out back in 2019 for the Boss launch, and it's just such a unique kind of print, and I love it so much. And so I love that we're seeing it come back. Plus we're seeing it in this nice Hustle Print blue. So if you love this kind of blue, you love the Hustle Print, you will love this combination of the two. So really glad to see that it's coming back in a few more pieces. I know we've seen, I don't know when we saw it again since 2019, but anyways, she's an OG print is all I'm going to say. So we're happy to see her back. So anyways, for the MONARCH sports bra, those 3 colors I just mentioned: Mojave Mint, Candlelight, Tea Leaf, Rainfall, Vapor, and Dawn. Now, Mojave Mint, Tea Leaf, a lot of people want it to be compared to some of the other greens we've seen before, specifically more in the Blooming collection we saw it. This one is Mojave Mint. I don't remember right now what color this was back then. I will find out for you. But again, I do have more comparisons. I did ask the Buffbunny team to send me a few comparisons of the Tea Leaf and Mojave Mint, all side by side. So I will put those pictures in the PDF. So if you guys want to see that, you guys can see it there, because I don't have any Tea Leaf pieces. Same with Rainfall, Aquifer, and like Hustle Print Blue and like Vapor. I have more photos of that in the PDF. So anyways, there's also Rainfall, Vapor, and Dawn coming out as well. This is made of the usual newbie fabric, and it's just all the same, you know? So that is the MONARCH sports bra. Next piece will be the Cloud Bralette. So this is one of the new cloud pieces coming out. So I tried her on, like I said, when I was there in December, and I was like, oh yeah, medium. Like I've been liking medium a lot. Like it'll be fine. She is not fine. Okay, she was way too tight, not happening at all. So I knew for sure to ask for a large and extra large when I got my package because medium was absolutely not happening. And I haven't got an extra large bra in a long time. Like I think the last time I got an extra large bra was when your girl was a bit thicker. You know, she was a little thicker for sure. But since then I haven't gotten one. So I genuinely was like, oh shit, I'm an extra large. But honestly, and we'll get more into this when we get to like the tops for the cloud pieces. The sizing of the cloud pieces is a little confusing because they are so stretchy and it really depends on the vibe you're going for. But for the bralette specifically, you definitely want your like best fit so that it like is comfortable. Now the one thing is there's literally no adjustability with these bralettes. So you need to make sure you get the right size. So I personally liked the large more. I felt the most supported in it. And as you'll see, there wasn't as much gapping happening here in the rib cage, which is like the biggest indicator for me as to what size to go for. Yes, my boobs were a little bit more spilling out in the large bralette, but in all honesty with this bralette and how it's designed, like it is a low scoop neckline and that's just kind of going to happen. And most people are probably gonna wear this either under a crew neck, a hoodie, or the bolero. So it's like, okay, kind of the similar situation with the storm crop where like, although it's deep plunge, if you have something covering some of your chest, like you're good. Anyways, so that's the biggest thing with the cloud bralettes. I mean, honestly, I'm getting to a point where maybe I need to customize my shit too sometimes. Cause again, I love, and this is my like constant battle with bras, is I love the coverage of the extra large because it gives me a little bit more coverage, you know, height wise. But then it's definitely like, it's pretty loose in the rib cage, as you'll see. So I don't know if I can bring that in or not. I'm not really sure how that works. I'm not a seamstress or anything. I rarely get shit altered, so I'm not really sure how that would work, but I should really look into it. And like, maybe if it's not too expensive, I should get it done for some of my bras that I love, but like, I don't love that part of it. But anyways, the Mojave Mint, I'm wearing a large. The Off-White, which is this like off-white cream color, I'm wearing an extra large. So you guys be the judge as to what size you would like. Personally, like I said, I like the large, but I wish I could get the coverage of the extra large. Cause even like when you line it up like this, like look how much extra height you get. You know what I mean? And that makes a difference. So I think it really depends on if you're okay with a little bit of looseness happening here or not. I would say stick to your true size or like my usual go-to size. I don't want to say true size because technically I'm not a true medium or a true small in leggings based on the size chart, but like my usual size. So when it comes to sizing, as you guys know, I'm usually a medium, but my true size is a large, which is why the large for this one fit me the best technically. So I would say if you're like me who has been getting kind of like a medium and a large in bras, I would say for this one specifically, go with your larger size, whether that is your truest size or not, but whatever is your comfortable size, I guess we'll categorize it, is the size that I would get for this bralette, especially if you don't want to be like too restricted. Because as you can see in this picture of me wearing the medium, we are just restricted as shit. Restricted. Like it felt like you put duct tape on your boobs and you just push them down and they were just spilling out, is literally how it felt. So I'm just gonna tell you guys that. But the material of the cloud pieces is what they describe as a soft fleece. The breakdown of it is 95% cotton and 5% spandex, which someone actually pointed out is very similar and probably actually exact to this hoodie here, which was called the Hero Hoodie way back when. I don't even know when it was. I want to say 2019 or 2020, but when I look at the tag, it's the 95% cotton and 5% spandex. And when I feel it, it feels very similar. Now, the cloud pieces feel slightly softer to the touch on the outside. And I think just over time, the inside doesn't stay as soft as you wash it and stuff. And I know for sure I have never hang dried this one, which I do suggest that you do, which again, I'll talk about later on about that because I did wash my cloud pieces and I hung one and I dried one, and there's pros and cons to it, but I'll talk about that in a second. So anyways, that is what the cloud pieces are made of. This is definitely light support level. And then the logo actually is just this embroidered one in the back. And like I said, there is no adjustability in the waist or the top here. So it's kind of like it is as it is. There are removable bust pads as well. And as usual, they are the same color as the bra. So that's always nice as well, that although it is a little bralette, it does has quite a bit of padding to support the nips, you know? So that is the cloud bralette. The cloud bralette will also be coming out in two other colors, which is the onyx black and candlelight. Candlelight is this yellow here that is obviously pastel-y, But yeah, this is the Candlelight. I feel like on camera she shows up very bright, but she's definitely like a pastel yellow. I'll reassure you guys of that. So I just got home from wearing this all day, and as you can see, she definitely slides off of my traps here. Like, they don't like to stay there like at all. This is the large though, so I am gonna put on the medium and wear it for the rest of the day and see if it does the same thing. But yeah, large or extra large is definitely way too big. So sorry, I'm gonna put on the large, not the extra large. And okay, so I've been laying down watching Netflix, and I wanted to show what it looks like. Literally not adjusted. Hey, tan lines. So the large is very clavage, like a lot. Definitely like would feel a lot better if I had the bolero on, or even just under a crew neck. And as you can see, they do like to just sit outwards like this, kind of like the Monarch is kind of what it reminds me of. And I was looking at some of the other athletes and their photos wearing this, and I think that's just how it is that it sits more wide neck, regardless of the size of your traps, in my opinion. So that's the verdict on the bralettes. So that's something to keep in mind. Honestly though, I just feel like this is the back. I realized I never showed you. The back I have no problems with. It's more just like where this sits and just the lot of spillage, you know? So I think it depends on the person if that's going to bother you or not. I do think that like this bralette looks the best with the bolero. So if you're like picky like me, I would still get it just because I want the look to look all put together. Like I know you could get the Monarch and the candy wrap, but personally for me, I like my textures to be the same and everything like that too. So yeah, that is the verdict on the bralette. And the final bras to talk about, which I don't personally have this one, like the one from this collection, is the ROSA V2 sports bra. So that one is, we've seen her before in the white bossy print, and that's just the ROSA bra when it's made in Elysium fabric, and it does do a like overlapping of the back straps versus the ROSA bra does not. It just has the two straps, and that's it, and you can like pull them apart. Where the V2, it like does this, you know? So the ROSA V2 sports bra will be coming out in this, some people will love it, some people will hate it, in this gray ombre. So it goes white to gray to dark gray to like basically black, and then again going out on the leggings. So if you wore it all together, you'd be like a reverse Oreo, basically. So if you guys are into the ombre and you guys like the holographic, this is basically kind of the vibe that they were going with, is because so many of you guys love the holographic, they kind of went with that, but like on an ombre kind of situation. So that will have a matching legging, as I just said. So if you guys like it, that's what you guys can get. So it's like an Elysium shimmer, basically, is what it is. So still Elysium, but it has a shimmer and it also has the ombre. The straps are white in the back, in case you're wondering, and the seam details are in black. And last but not least is the candy wrap. And we've seen her come up over and over and over again since the Sugar Rush collection. And that is definitely one of the #1 bras that a lot of people are loving. And that is coming out in Candlelight, Mojave, Onyx, Black, and White. No changes there. You guys can watch some of my previous videos if you guys want to see some more try-on clips and more overall thoughts on the candy wrap bra. Overall, as I've said many times before, I love the straps that it has. It's so stretchy, so comfortable for all day wear, and it has adjustable straps as well, so you can really alter it and customize it to fit you the best. It has a little bit of a clavage moment and then some like a wrap situation happening in the front and a little bit of a strappy back. It's very much like a bigger titty committee, also supportive as shit bra hybrid. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that makes sense. If you guys have not seen the candy wrap before, it's basically like the Alpha Sports bra with a little bit of the under pressure mixed together to be like not too clavage, but clavage enough, with a nice open back and the adjustability and the comfortable straps. It's a very unique bra and we love her. So if you guys need more of those colors or want more of those colors, then you guys can grab it from this collection here. So little interruption here. I know it's a completely different day, different outfit. Hair has fallen out quite a bit since the first half of the video. We had some technical difficulties when Rex decided to join. He unplugged the mic and we did not know this until I was reviewing the clips today. So we are refilming the second half of the video. Tried to mimic the vibe a little bit, but also it just doesn't matter at this point. So in case you're like, what the fuck? That is why. So let's pick up where we left off before the big pause, unplug the mic. So let's get into the tops. So I'm going to start with all the tops, and then we'll go into the cloud tops, which will then transition us into the cloud bottoms, because I feel we're all here for the cloud moment. We have a lot to talk about when it comes to the cloud pieces. Let me say cloud one more time. So let's talk about the storm crop. I am a big fan of it because we have a 2-in-1 situation. We love a 2-for-1 deal where you pay for one thing and you get multiple styles out of it or uses out of it, and that is exactly what you get with the storm crop. So storm crop is reversible. You'll see it this way where the band is in the front, and that is where you'll find the logo. It's very low key because it is like the same color as the elastic, which is nice. Or you can wear it this way with more mesh in the front. There are a lot of mesh compartments throughout this top, which makes it very, very breathable, which is great if you want to wear a long sleeve working out. You always want something that is more breathable. This is where it does differentiate from, say, the 7Cs crop. The 7Cs crop is significantly more thicker, in my opinion, and not nearly as breathable. This one is on the thinner side, but for that reason, so that it can be more breathable for you. Another cool feature on the long sleeve is that they've added a hidden matching ponytail. Now, a lot of you might hate it and be like, why the fuck wouldn't I just wear it on my wrist? But it's a cool concept, you know, like it's a cool thought in my opinion, and I appreciate that stuff. Plus, you don't have to put an elastic. You could probably put a key tag on here if you wanted, or a key, and then you could slip it right into the little hidden pocket here. Like, just get creative with how you want to use some of these compartments, and we'll definitely talk about this more when we move on to the leggings. However, yeah, that I thought was a really cool thing. And so you do get an elastic with all the storm crops. It will be coming out in Mojave Mint, white, and black. The thumb holes are a little bit different from the 7Cs as well. It has this kind of overlapping, where the 7Cs was just a regular kind of like thumb hole cutout. So always love just little changes like that from each top that do seem similar. This is very obviously see-through since it is so thin. So as you can see, I was trying it on with the Undead collection alpha bra, which was like checkered there, so and you could see it very, very well. In regards to sizing, so I have a medium in the white and a large in the black. I felt more comfortable in the large just because I had more breathing room. It wasn't as tight. Specifically around the arms, I always find where the sizing changes is based on the arms. So if you are worried about it being too tight right here, specifically in that front shoulder, I would go up with your sizing. However, if you like it very fitted and that doesn't quite bother you, then go ahead with your like more like regular size or smaller size if you're like me, who has various sizes depending on how you want things to feel. The only reason why I also didn't like the medium is just because I do carry a lot of my body fat in my back, and because this was so tight, it literally like emphasized all my bumps in the back, which for me is like, I'd rather not that. So that is why I will be reaching out for the large more than the medium. So if in doubt, I would just go with your size up, just because you do want to feel comfortable in it, especially if you're going to be moving around, working out and everything like that. You don't want to have to worry about just feeling too restricted or anything like that. But overall, I wouldn't say it's soft. It's more like a nice silk kind of feel. Soft to me is like what the cloud is, but this is more of like a nice silky kind of finish. And like I said, just very, very comfortable for whatever activities you want to wear this in, and very, very breathable with all the different mesh cutouts. Something else that's really cool about this top is that it is UV protective, which we wanted to see that back when the bathing suits came out. So it's really cool that they finally were able to do it with this long sleeve. And hopefully, if ever they do come out with more swim pieces, they do add that UV protection, as I do realize that that is a benefit to a lot of you guys. Now, I'm not really sure how I test the UV protection or anything like that, but I'll definitely be bringing this with me to Mexico next week when I'm out in the sun. But I mean, do I really want to be wearing this in this weather? I don't know. Yeah, maybe not. Just kidding. But anyways, there's still UV rays even when it's not super sunny. So I think regardless, the fact that it does have the UV protection is a nice added bonus. I also didn't find this elastic too uncomfortable or anything like that. It kind of just felt like a usual kind of top situation, but it doesn't go all the way around. It's only in the front. So I think that's why I was like super comfortable and like I didn't really notice much of it, is because it didn't go all the way around. Next, let's talk about the makeover pullover. So this is one that we've seen before. It was previously named the Namaste pullover. So for me, knowing that the price point isn't going to be just $20 or $30 for this pullover, it's not something that I would personally reach out for, just because I love the concept that it was made so that, like, you know, when you're getting ready and stuff like that, it's easy to pop it off. However, I wouldn't want to spend that much for like a getting ready top personally. I know a lot of people who love just lounging in it. Personally, for me, I see this pullover more as like a layering piece, like a lining kind of piece. So like if you needed it under a vest or under a jacket that doesn't quite have like a fleece lining in it, that's how I would use this pullover personally. And that's where I would make the investment, is if I want like a nice layering piece. It's not top of my list at all. It's more of like if I needed something for that specific kind of purpose, that's why I would grab it. But again, I know a lot of people that like to wear it just to lounge in all year round because it is so light and comfy. So this one is made of polyester. It does have thumb holes in it, and it does have that raw cut edge, very similar to how the cloud shorts are. So it looks like someone just cut it like really nicely, and there's not an actual like stitching there or anything like that. So again, it's a very, very wide neckline so that you can easily pop it on and off without ruining your hair, your makeup, or whatever that might be. And it's coming out in 5 colors. We are going to see it in ivory, midnight navy, black, raindrop, and thunderbolt. This is also one of those tops where I feel like you can't really go wrong in your sizing, and it just depends on how you want it to fit. I would say stay true to size. Kara compared the Namaste to the Makeover pullover, and she did say she felt like she had more room in it and that it was just way more relaxed. It could also be that the Namaste pullover hasn't been out for like 3 years, so maybe hers over time of wearing it and washing it has shrunken. But nonetheless, she did say overall there's more room in it and it's just more relaxed. Next top is the Moves tee. So the Moves tee is something brand new that we have not seen before, and that is a 100% cotton t-shirt, also known as a pump cover. This is obviously the trend, including myself, where you wear a big oversized tee with some short shorts, and you can take the top off if you want to once you get that pump on and just showcase your sports bra, or you can leave it on the whole time if you're just having one of those days. You'll notice that the Moves tee is going to be on a more limited size run of small to triple XL, just so that customers can size up to achieve that oversized look. They are also using a local supplier, so that is also why there is a limited size run. Overall, they're great quality, and they are really, really excited to offer this new category. I personally don't have it myself, but it is just a 100% cotton classic t-shirt kind of situation. It's nothing special where it's like Nimbus or anything like that. It's just good old cotton. Now, the meaning behind the Moves, because that was also something that I had asked, is, I feel like it's kind of like a random tee to kind of add to the collection, but it's, again, a new category that they want to add. And basically the Moves word is an action word and also up to interpretation. What moves you? What moves are you making in your life? How do you move your body? You've got the moves. So there's a lot of different interpretations of the word and whatever it means to you. The Moves tee will be coming out in cement, chocolate, and black, and it does have a tonal branding on it. So yeah, that is the Moves tee. All right, now let's get into the cloud pieces. Get ready, because we are going to go over literally all the cloud pieces now. Again, this is going to segue us into the bottoms. So let's get into it. The cloud crop. So the cloud crop is not going to be for everybody just because of the big logo. We first saw this big logo when the 70s collection came out with their varsity jackets. They had the big Buffbunny collection logo embroidered in the back. Same situation with the crop tees. Now, I actually like the crop tee more than I thought. I just think it's such a cute and like comfy top to wear, and I intentionally got it knowing that I'll wear it mostly at home with the matching shorts. I'm personally wearing a large, and I like the way that it fits. Again, I wanted more of a chill, slouchy kind of vibe for all of my cloud pieces for the most part. So I'm wearing a large here, and I imagine if I had gone down to my more true size top of a medium, and then it would just fit a little bit more fitted through the bust and probably like a little bit more around the arms, and maybe a little shorter is all I can imagine. Overall, it is meant to fit more kind of like loose and not like super, super tight, like say the storm crop. So again, it's one of those things that I don't think you can go wrong. And overall, the cloud material is just different. It is very similar to the Hero hoodie. Someone made a good point to compare, and they're literally identical when you look at the tag of that 95% cotton, 5% spandex. And I just don't know what it is, but it's just like so plushy and like thick-ish, but not too thick. And it just moves so well. I think that's the biggest difference that we're seeing in all these cloud pieces versus say the Untamed pieces that a lot of people are comparing the materials to, or trying to understand what the difference is. These just move so much better with the body, where the Untamed sets, because it is 100% cotton, is just so much more stiff. Now the marble Untamed sets did fit a little bit better when it wasn't 100% cotton, but the cloud pieces are not the same as the marble ones. They are so much better. Again, they're like soft, plushy, stretchy, comfortable, and just, I don't even know. The inside is made with a soft fleece, So that is why it also feels a little bit more cozy and comfortable than say the cotton does. But overall, it's really, really hard to describe what this feels like. She's heavy, but she's not nearly as heavy as say the loop yarn. Loop yarn is dense, where this is not as much. It does still have some good weight to it, but nothing as much as the loop yarn. Overall, I just can't say enough good things about the Cloud material. Not only that, but it doesn't pill. I repeat, the Cloud pieces do not pill. It was an amazing thing to be able to report. I wore the joggers literally all day when I first got my package, and no chance of pilling visible at all. To me, pilling is like the material where it's like pilled into little balls and you need to take the fabric shaver to take it off. That is what I have to do with my Untamed sets all the time. But I'm happy to say that with the Cloud joggers, I did not have to do that at all. I did not see any actual pilling happening. I think when you look up close to the material, some might interpret it as pilling, but it's definitely not. It's just the material up close, in my opinion. Like, it's just the material fibers, I guess you could say. So again, the definition of pilling to me is when you see the material like balling up here and you can like literally pick it off. I had none of that with my joggers, and so I can only assume that's going to be the case for all of the pieces. Now, I would still be careful around Velcro and everything like that. I would still wash it by the washing instructions, which, by the way, says to hand wash. None of us have time for that anymore. So I would just do it on a delicate wash and in warm water, as it mentions, and I would hang dry. Now, I guess what we're doing before we even go into the Cloud crop is talking just about the Cloud material in general. So apologies that you're like, oh, I thought we were talking about the crop. So anyways, when it comes to the washing situation on the Cloud pieces, so I did actually go ahead and wash my crew neck and the joggers that I wore that one day. And I did machine dry the pullover, and then I did hang dry the joggers. Now, the only difference that I really noticed between the two was that the inside was a bit softer in the one that I did dry in the dryer versus the one that I hung. Now, the only problem that I have with this, or the only thing that I couldn't really judge well, was whether or not it shrunk, because the pullover is such a big size in general. Like, I got it oversized, so like if it shrunk, it was kind of hard to tell. I don't really have another large to compare to. When I did wear it again, I didn't notice that it shrunk. Like, it kind of felt the same to me personally. So I think, to be safe, if you don't want to test the waters to see, and because it literally says on the tag, do not tumble dry, I would hang dry it and just know that it might not be nearly as soft as when you first take it out of the package on the inside. However, it does not impact the material on the outside being hung dry. It only impacted the inside, in my opinion. And again, like I said, I just think it's just safer to follow the instructions on the tag than to kind of risk ruining the material, and especially if you want to keep the integrity of it. Again, it's still as stretchy and as plush on the outside being dried hanging. I don't know if hung dry is even a way to speak English, so I'm just going to stop saying that, because I'm like, is that proper English? So that is my take on the wash and care for the Cloud pieces, is wash it on warm water, hang dry to dry. I do the same thing even for my Untamed pieces. I hang them to dry as well, because I just don't want to risk them shrinking even just a little bit, in my opinion. So that's just that. I mean, it makes sense that with fleece, that if you do dry it, it does like fluff it up a little bit and like make it soft again. But to me, it's just not worth the risk in case it does ruin the integrity of the material. So just my take, because even when I compare it to the Hero hoodie, like the Hero hoodie is not nearly as soft to the touch as these new Cloud pieces are. Granted, it is older, but I also did not hang dry it when I washed it, kind of thing, right? So that's just my personal take on the Cloud pieces. So that is the biggest difference between the Cloud pieces and the Untamed pieces, is that the Untamed are 100% cotton and are more stiff for sure, and they don't quite move well and have negative stretch in them. As you'll see in this clip, I'm literally just trying to stretch out the pants. It does not stretch the same way as the Cloud pieces do. So the Cloud pieces just really take the cake on being such a comfortable material that you can wear for anything, whether that's working out, whether that's just chilling, moving around, running errands, whatever it is. Like, it just feels very comfortable, and it's a nice experience, I guess you could say. it's a cloud experience. Anyways, that just took a real turn. I was talking about the cloud crop. I think I summarized my thoughts there, where it's not going to be for everybody because of the big logo. And I did like going with my size large, although I could go with a medium as well if I really wanted to. And it paired really, really well with these shorts. That is intentionally why I did grab that top, is because I knew I was going to wear it at home mostly, or maybe in the summer months when it's a little bit warmer. It would also be like a cute airport outfit as well, like if you know you want to be cute but comfy. It does have that raw cut edge as well on the sleeves as long as the bottom. It is a more cropped fit, obviously, but it actually did pair really nicely with just like regular joggers as well. I paired them with some black joggers the other day and it looked fine. So if you're into, you know, like a longer t-shirt kind of situation, you like the big logo and you want to just try a cloud piece in general, then you could definitely go ahead with that crop tee. The crop tee will be coming out in the candlelight color, which is this right here, the Mojave Mint, which is this color right here, and the off-white, which is this one right here, and then the onyx black, which I don't have, but obviously it's black. All right, next is the bolero. So when you guys found out the size that I was wearing, or that I ordered in my Instagram live unboxing, you guys are like, what? But literally I got an extra large. Personally, I wanted a more slouchy look with my bolero because, I mean, to begin with, I wasn't even a fan of the whole bolero style when it first came out like last year, but I came around to it and I found one at Target and it was like a hoodie kind of situation, but it definitely was very slouchy in the sleeves and that's what I loved the most about it. However, I know a lot of people want this bolero to be more fitted. They want it to be fit as much as possible, like in the chest and in the arms, like a little bit of looseness, but nothing crazy. Where I, on the other hand, want it to be pretty slouchy. So you'll see the triple XL on me versus the large in the Mojave Mint. You'll see the difference. So both give me a bit of a slouchy look. And I think like if you want just the perfect amount of slouch, the large is like totally fine, but I want it to be a little bit extra. What I really love about the boleros is that it covers a lot of the backside. So a lot of these kind of styled tops usually are literally just sleeves, and that's why it's kind of pointless to buy them. But I do like how these ones specifically cover a little bit of the top, but then a lot of the back. Now, the problem that I had when I wore the medium back when I was able to try it on earlier in December was the medium, as you'll see in this photo, literally cuts into my armpits. That drove me crazy. Like imagine sweating and it's just like there on like the ribbed part of it. Like that's annoying. So I did not like that about the medium. So obviously I went up to the large, which I'm very happy with the large, but I personally love the triple XL on me. And honestly, you just can't go wrong with the sizing of a bolero. It just really depends if you want a more fitted style or if you want the more oversized slouchy style. But either way, it will fit you. So don't like second guess yourself too much. And I just, like I said, hopefully knowing what the medium looked like on me, knowing medium is my more true top size. Like I literally always get a medium for my long sleeves, my t-shirts, my like zip up sweaters. I'm usually always a medium. If I get a small, it's because I want it to be super fitted and I'm like fine with all the like lumps and bumps kind of situation. But my true top size is a medium to accommodate for my bust and my broader fit. So if you know that my usual is a medium and I got the look of like a slouchy enough and it didn't cut into my armpits, it was a large, then kind of base it off of that. Me going the triple XL route was just me going the extreme of like, I want it to be loose and cozy and comfy. And that's how I did it. So anyways, that is just the sizing situation for the bolero. So take what you want from that and hopefully that helps you. But like I said, I was very happy with it. And I love that the embroidering is in the sleeve. I think it's such a pretty touch. And again, I think that you just can't go wrong with the size. And so it was just nice that it like came back longer in the back for me as well with the extra large. And yeah, I love how like slouchy the sleeves are on me. I think that definitely if you want the bolero, it pairs the best with the cloud bralette. Going back to the cloud bralette, as you saw in my like update clips, like it's just not a bra meant for the bigger titty committee. But if you are going to be pairing it with the bolero, then you'll be totally fine, as the top part here will give you a little bit of coverage there and not make you feel like you're so out there. But yeah, personally for me, I'm like a very like, if I'm gonna be a matchy moment, I want the colors to be the exact same. I want the material to be the exact same. So that's the only reason why I would get the bralette, is if you are planning on getting the bolero. Now, the only other option that I think I would personally do, knowing how picky I am, is like wear a solid like white tank top underneath, black tank top underneath or whatever. Or maybe I do have something kind of similar in this color. You could do like a plain tank top like that. And that would be really cute too. But overall, love this style, and I'm contemplating if I need the black, even though I know I don't need it, but I'm very much like maybe, or even the candlelight. And so I think these will go really, really quickly. So if you want the bolero, go for it. It's cute because it's like a crop crew, but like a little more something something, because you can showcase a cute sports bra, have a little cleavage moment, you know, so it's cute. I like it. I've come around to this whole sleeve, big hole situation that everyone loves. Next is the Cloud Crew pullover. I really wish that we got more colors in this, and maybe it was a quality control thing or a delay in shipment, but it's only coming out in the off-white. That is something that I wish we had seen with the Untamed sets when they became, you know, the cozy vibe of Buffbunny collection, was that it was always hoodies. We never really got anything else with it. So I'm really excited that with the cloud pieces, like, you know, we're seeing the bolero, we're seeing the tee, we're seeing the crew neck, especially when you don't want like a hood in the pocket, like you don't need that. I personally love how with the crew, it's easy for me to crop it because there is no pocket or hood. There's like less bulk, I guess you could say. So I always love to crop my stuff into my bra. That's why I get the larger size, because I like to crop it in, and then it really has this nice like oversized kind of look. But then also if I want to be like super cozy and like comfy, I can just have it full size kind of thing. So I like the versatility of it. I loved my crew neck in the size large, again, for the fit that I was looking for. I could definitely have gone down to the medium for a more fitted. I could even have gone down to a small if I wanted to, if I wanted it really fitted. And the nice thing is that with this cloud material, even if you do get a more fitted piece, whether that's for the joggers, the tops, or whatever, like I said, it really moves so nicely with you that you won't feel restricted or uncomfortable whatsoever. Literally, there are people wearing like an extra small who are typically a medium. And I know that sounds so confusing, but I think it's so cool that like you literally can go with whatever size feels good for you and how you want it to fit. So anyways, Cloud Crew pullover. I liked my large personally for how I like my stuff to look and the vibe that I'm going for. And so it just seems like my go-to top size is a large for the bralette, the bolero, and the pullover. And so I can only assume that if I were to have gotten the hoodie, I would have gotten a large and would have been really happy with that as well. For the hoodie, we are seeing all four colors. So we're going to be seeing the candlelight, the mojave mint, the black, and the off-white. So if you want a very matchy-matchy moment of a full like covered kind of thing and not the bolero, your best bet would be the hoodie. The cloud hoodie is looking the exact same as the Untamed with just a hood and a kangaroo pocket. So just your classic hoodie. That one also is full size and also has the embroidery happening in the sleeve as well. All right, that is everything when it comes to the cloud tops. Let's transition into the cloud bottoms. So we can start off with the cloud shorts. So the inseam on these are actually only 2 inches, but I did not nearly feel as like short vibes as I did with, say, the training shorts or the demi shorts, which I'll talk about in a second. These I intentionally knew would be more for at home, so I wasn't as worried about the inseam for this, but it is overall very comfortable and definitely reminds me of the Balance shorts a little bit. Again, that material is not nearly, well, it's still soft, but this one is like extra soft compared to that one. But same idea of like how stretchy those Balance pieces are and like how comfortable it moves with you is kind of the same concept as the cloud pieces. So the cloud shorts, very comfortable. The only thing is I wish that there was a pocket. Every time I had these on, I was like trying to put my hands in there and there was like nothing to put. So no pockets on these in the front or the back. It does have the ribbon adjustability happening on the inside with the like same color kind of situation on the egglet as well as the ribbon. So that's always nice, and it is on the inside. So even if you were wanting to go a size up, remember that you can always adjust it with the drawstring. Now the only thing with that, and I've made this mistake with the Untamed before, is I wanted a very oversized look, so I went with like a large, and I tried to like really tie it in here, but then it looks kind of funny because it bunches so much in the waistband. So you just want to be careful of not going too oversized in the bottoms so that you're not like looking like this kind of thing, you know? You know what I mean? Kind of looking like a, what is that when you do that? It's kind of like when you wrap like a cellophane package, you know, like a gift, and they bunch all of it up here and then they have all the cellophane here with the ribbon. You don't want that look, you know, it's just not the vibe. So that is the cloud short. I personally am wearing a medium. However, I wish I had gotten a small just because I found that it didn't complement the booty as much as it could have. I mean, I know I'm just at home and all, but like you always love looking cute at home too, you know? So I might go ahead and order a small just to compare what it would look like. I just feel like it'd be more fitted in the glutes because, for example, my joggers are small and it's very fitted in the booty and like through the quads, and then it's a little bit looser as it goes to down to like my calves and like the knees. So I can only imagine that if I had gotten a small in the shorts, that's the look that I want for shorts specifically, because there's obviously nothing left in the legs. Where the joggers, I like throughout my legs to be loose, so then it's usually loose through my glutes, which I'm okay with. So I feel like I would have liked the small better for it to be more fitted. Now the only thing that I'd be worried about is like in the medium alone, like with shorts like this, like when you bend over or anything like that, like you're loose down here, you know, like anyone could see anything if you were to bend over. Like that's the problem I have with like the balance shorts, is when I bend over to pick something up on the floor or something, my whole ass is coming out. So I'm just a little worried about that if I were to get a small. So maybe for home purposes, the medium is the safest bet. And even if my booty don't look that cute, it's okay. It still looks a little cute, but like she could be cuter, you know, and like it would be just a little bit more fitted overall. So yeah, there's that. And then what's really nice is that there's no seam at the, well, there is, but it's like nothing crazy that would restrict you. It does do the raw cut, but then it has a little bit of a stitching here, but it's not anything that is going to dig into your thighs or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about that at all. It's just a nice little detail that they've added to the shorts. And then obviously you have the embroidery of the logo here. So that is everything on the cloud shorts. Now, the final piece in this whole cloud situation is the cloud joggers. So the joggers, like I was just talking about, I do have a small in the off-white and then a medium in the Mojave Mint. I personally prefer the mediums more because it gave me the loose look that I wanted all throughout, where the smalls, like I said, were more fitted in my glutes and in my quads a little bit, and then it loosened up at the end, where I want it kind of loose throughout. Now with the medium, I do see that there's a bit more extra fabric around the crotch, and then my bum isn't as like nicely accentuated, but I'm okay because that's the vibe that I want for my joggers personally. So I think, again, depending on if you're someone who likes their sweats to look kind of that legging look, go with, you know, a size down or your true size. But if you're like me, who wants more like that oversized kind of girl vibe, then you can kind of size up to the next size up from your true size. So it really just depends on your preference. But again, you can just not really go wrong because of how much stretch there is. Like, do you guys see this? Like, look at that. That is a lot of stretch happening. And so you just can't go wrong. So again, I prefer the medium. I definitely wouldn't have gone up to a large. I think that would have given me like a diaper bum and just maybe too much looseness. And like I said, we'd have that issue with the drawstring there where I'd have to like really tighten it. And I'm just not wanting to go that far. So I say overall, it is true to size. It just depends on the look that you want to go with. As you guys know, I typically get a small in almost all of my leggings. And so if small for me was a little too fitted, my size up would be the medium, right? So if you guys are saying extra small truly in most of your leggings, like I said, there's some leggings where like I do have to get a medium. But if most of your leggings aren't extra small and you want more of a looser look, then go up to a small. Is kind of how I suggest it. If not, you can just stick to your extra small. If you want it even more fitted, go down to a double XS and you'd still be good because of how much stretch there is in this material. The joggers will also be coming out in all 4 colors, so you are good there if you want a matchy-matchy moment. The inseam is 28 inches, so for my taller ladies, it comes just at that like ankle bone there. Taylor is 5'9" and she sized up to give her a little bit more length, and that hit her right at the ankle bone. I'll put a picture here so you guys can see, but just to give you guys an idea for my taller ladies, that is where it's going to hit you. I mean, throw in a pair of high socks and you'd be good. No one would even know. So hopefully that helps out my taller ladies. All right, that is everything on the cloud pieces. So what do we think? Are we getting the cloud pieces? Are we passing on them? I really, really hope we continue to see the cloud pieces come out in more colors. I really think they're about to say, move over Untamed. We are the new lounge, comfy vibe pieces that everyone is going for. I really hope that if they do come out with more, we don't continuously change the sizing, because this was really easy to kind of figure out. And like I said, because the material moves so nicely, it's really hard to do wrong, where like the 100% cotton, it's a little bit easier to do wrong because there's just not a lot of flexibility in it, kind of thing. And I just think that longevity wise, that the cloud pieces will last a lot longer than say the Untames do. I've washed and worn my Untamed sets over and over and over again. And you can just see, like I said, the pilling constantly happening and, you know, having to shave it all the time. And just over time, I just think that the cloud pieces are going to hold up a lot better. All right, let's finish off the bottoms. So we're going to move over to the Jewel Heather joggers. I was excited about them coming back until I saw that they were not Newbury. I said, what? I purposely loved the jewel joggers when they first came out because they were newbie. And then we said, just kidding, let's go to another material. So I hope this is just for the heathered, why they had to do that, and that we're gonna go back to Newbury. The jewel heather joggers look the same, where the drawstring is only in the front, not in the back. And that's what I loved so much about them, was that it very much blended joggers and leggings together, because you got no drawstring in the back, drawstring in the front, enough to adjust it a little bit, and just, I really liked it. If you guys want to know more about the jewel joggers, because I don't have them this time around, but if you guys want a more in-depth try on and like close-ups of it, I will link the video where they originally came out in. Just note that those were in the Newbury fabric, where these new ones are in the heathered fabric, which is a nylon polyester spandex blend, which is very similar to Elysium, just a little different-ish. As for sizing, I'm very confused on it, because Teresa had mentioned like she couldn't even get them over her glutes. Where then Des was saying I almost could have sized down. So I'm like, what? So I am going to say rule of thumb is to stay true to size. And maybe the ones that Teresa had was a defect or something. I don't know, or maybe it was the color. I'm really, really not sure there. But from the notes I have, the jewel joggers are supposed to fit the same as what the Newburys did, just a different material. So I would say go with your true size to be extra safe. And then I'm really trying not to say but it's just very natural. So yeah, can't help too much on that. I'm trying to get more information. And if I do have more information, I will update you guys over on Instagram, or if before this video goes live, I can put a text on here, I will. Or it might be in my PDF. It'll be somewhere if I get more information to give you guys more clarity. But yeah, I don't know, weird, because I like the heather joggers. I think they're so cute, especially like the glutes. I love that it's like a glute legging design in the back, but then you have like the jogger look in the front. You know, like these are definitely those joggers that are going to be more of like a legging jogger, and I'm cool with that. But the cloud joggers, I'd rather not, personally. To each everyone, okay? Teacher and everyone. Okay, so now all the joggers done. Let's go over the shorts. Finally, you guys are getting 6-inch legacy shorts. I repeat, if you would like some black 6-inch legacy shorts, this is your moment, but only in black. I really don't know what happened to all the other colors. Usually when legacy leggings shorts come out, like we're banging out a lot of colors, but for whatever reason, the legacy 6-inch shorts are only coming in black. And I'm like, what? So they fit very similar to like the 4-inch ones that we always see. They're just 6-inch, so go with whatever size that you normally go with. But yeah, unfortunately, we're only seeing them in black. So hopefully we see them come out eventually. You know, maybe this first month of seeing them finally after forever, it's like, okay, just letting you guys know, like we're slowly coming out with them. We're just testing out to see if you guys really want 6-inch shorts by giving you just black. Like maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. But yeah, unfortunately, your guys' request has been kind of heard, but only for black. Next, we have the training short. Love the concept of them because they have like a little bit of a seam here to make sure that they stay in place. And like it looks like the way that they're cut, like, you know, they're a little bit like shorter in the front, longer in the back, like really good concept and idea. But holy titties, are they short shorts? Like, I think in my mind, I didn't quite understand like 2.5-inch inseam is short. It's not computing in my mind properly. But are they ever short? So I thought at first, like, you know, they're pretty much like a ROSA short, just shorter, but they very much are different in their sense because they also have a seam going down the side. And then, like I said, just seeing the design of it at the bottom is what really makes it different. And obviously the length from the ROSA shorts. But yeah, it has like this design here and here. So I can only assume that means like to give it a little bit more coverage in the back and less in the front. But yeah, I mean, the booty looks cute, you know, and we got the side seams. We got no seam at the top or high-waisted. We love seeing the hustle print back. Like, we love seeing her come back. But the short shorts were just too short. Like, I'm very much only wearing these at home. Like, even with me wearing them out, because I wanted to test them out, just maybe not at the gym. So I wore them around at the house, and literally just me walking up the stairs, walking around the house, like this rolled up on me personally. I don't know if I even need a large. Like, you guys know me. I always get a medium in my shorts because I know that, you know, I need a little bit more room in shorts than I do with leggings kind of thing. So usually when I go with a medium, like I'm safe. Like we feel good in the stomach. We feel good in the legs. Like we're good. But I think for these, I'd have to maybe go up to a large and see if that stops the rolling. So for me, these are just like a hard no for my body at least. And like, I don't even carry a lot of body fat in my legs. So it's just like, what? Yeah. So they rolled for me, unfortunately, and they were just too short to wear them at the gym. Like maybe once I'm a little leaner, I'll be like confident to wear them, but I'm like contemplating wearing them at the gym tonight for like leg day. But I'm like, that's a lot of booty cheeks out there, you know? So I think if you are confident for these short shorts and you love this route, go for it, girl. I applaud you. And I know a lot of girls that can do it and pull it off fine. But for me, I'm just a little too self-conscious for that. You know, you can see a little bit of my booty shadow, and I don't think I need everyone to see that, you know? So for me, these are going to be at home or like underneath joggers situation for me, and when I'm a little bit leaner, maybe. So that is that 2.5 inch seam, light to medium compression, coming out in the hustle print, blue hustle print, Mojave mint, and black.
All right, update for you guys. I am doing hamstrings and glutes today, and I built the courage up to wear these, and they're actually not, they're short. As you can see, like you can see, like, you know, like the little booty shadow back here, but it doesn't roll in the back, which is really good. The only place that it bugs me a lot is the front. They're like constantly rolling up, and this is the same issue like when I was just walking around the house. So I'm just like constantly having to do this, but they literally just go like right back up, even if I just like it went right back up. So that's the only thing that I find really annoying. Elsewise, they're very like comfy, high-waisted, and I feel like good up there. No camel toe or anything like that. So my biggest thing is just this, and you just have to be really okay with like how much your butt is out. And I don't know if it's the makeup or what, but I don't feel as bad training in them as I thought I would. And maybe it's because I'm also wearing like a baggy shirt, so I feel like balanced, you know. But just wanted to give you guys a live update on me wearing them specifically for leg day.
Now on to another 2.5 inch inseam, which I know you guys are just not impressed with the continuous 2.5 inch seam popping up here in this collection, but we got the demi shorts. These are also what were known as the I cannot speak. These are also previously known as the combat shorts. I honestly can only find my very original first ones in a size large. So you are seeing a bit of comparisons of those in my PDF right now. And those are the only ones I really have to compare to. But same idea with the elastic waistband. Honestly, for an elastic waistband, most people would not feel comfortable in them, but it's not bad. I've had worse where they're like really compressive here in the elastic, but I feel like these are not bad. And for me, it takes a lot for me to be okay with an elastic waistband like this because I do carry a lot of my body fat in my midsection. So it usually causes for a lot of just rolls and like a lot just happening. But I didn't feel super bad in these. There's literally no stomach control, and I was trying everything on literally on my heaviest day of Aunt Flo visiting. So like the bloating was real. She was not feeling cute. So the fact that I felt like somewhat cute in these does say that, like, you know, they're not that bad of a short. I also love that they've changed the waistband to be the same color as the short. I think that's just more of a cuter look, where previously this was black and then it was like the old logo in white. So I do like the tone on tone situation happening. Overall, the design seems to be very much the same. Obviously, there's no front seam this time. And I honestly wear mine to bed. They're just that comfy to have the Nubri fabric, and just like the vibe is very much kind of like a boxer situation too. But I really love these for bedtime. Now I understand these are going to be very expensive bedtime shorts. So I think it just depends if you like the elastic look or not. It will be coming out in 6 colors as well. And they definitely are high-waisted too. I did get a little bit of a sneaky camel toe depending on the angle that you're looking. So just keep that in mind. And especially with a lighter color, you want to be mindful of that too. Obviously, as I always recommend with lighter colors, always go either commando or wear a nude underwear just to be extra, extra safe. And I don't know, for some reason, I didn't feel as like out there as I did with these. I felt like these ones I was a little bit more out there, and maybe it is because of this bottom seam here. I'm not really sure, but I didn't feel too bad in these. I mean, they're still short, but I do know that one of the intentions of the reason that they brought out this one was because you guys, I don't know if this was the same for you, but back when I was in junior high, it was a thing to wear like the shortest spandex shorts under the biggest joggers that you had. And all of us girls would pants each other in front of people, especially in front of our crushes, so that then like when you got pants, like you're wearing like short shorts, you know what I mean? Like it was just like a junior high crush thing. But anyways, that was the vibe back then. But I feel like now having a leg pump covers is a thing, and that is wearing spandex shorts and joggers and then taking off the joggers once you got your pump. Like it's crazy how it's just become a trend now. So I think this waistband goes really, really cute with the joggers, especially if you did like say the tea leaf with the Mojave mint. That would look really, really cute. So I think that could be another reason why girls want to get these, is because it will give that vibe, that aesthetic, if you will. So that is just another thing that I wanted to share, is that these do look really cute under the cloud joggers if you want to do a whole pump cover situation aesthetic. Next up is the Wonderlust legging. So these ones definitely were more of like the usual like Elysium fabric legging that we see, where they're like very high-waisted, very much like the Limitless leggings kind of. And so I had a lot of fabric when I had them all the way up. And so I actually folded them down this time, and I actually didn't mind them folded down. I don't typically do that, but I did this time, and it was good. But elsewise, like with a lot of these leggings, it does roll at my stomach a lot, just because that's where I carry a lot of my body fat. And because I do like my size smalls more than my mediums, it's just something that I get so that I can have the fitted look that I want throughout the legs. But then I do know that it comes with rolling in the waistband because of that. But I've tried to size up to the medium for some things, and I just end up getting extra fabric in the crotch. And so I'm just like, pick and choose your battles, like I always say. So anyways, for the Wonderlust leggings, they were very, very stretchy, very high-waisted. I love the glute contouring in the back of these, and especially love the reflective print to go with the Wonderlust top. I wore mine at night when I was running some errands, and you could really see the reflective print. So I think that's great, especially if you do, you know, walks or jogs when it's darker outside. It's always nice to have some reflectiveness so that everyone can spot you from a mile away. But for me, I did go ahead with a size small, and I was happy with it. I felt comfortable. I felt good. And I think that's what's so confusing, is that some Elysium leggings I like need a medium, and then some I don't. And I don't know. It just really depends on the legging itself. So I went ahead with a small, and I was all good there with the Wonderlust leggings. They also don't have any side seams or front seams, so it's literally like a very seamless kind of situation, or feel, I should say. So yeah. On to the Storm legging. So another Elysium fabric legging. Elysium is literally just the theme of majority of the leggings coming out. The Storm leggings I thought were really, really cool, and just in general, the Storm even bra is really cool, which is the one I'm wearing right here. I just love the multi-fabric situation, like I mentioned with the bra. And so we have the beautiful mesh cutouts, which I personally instantly thought of like the Queen Bee. And there's these other leggings that came out. There were these teal ones. I don't know the name of them, but it reminded me of that. So I really love the mesh cutouts happening in the front, and they do happen in the waistband, but in the waistband, they're actually double meshed. So you'll see in this video, I'm sliding my nail through, which is obviously a darker color, and you can't see it as much in the top as you can see it like through the leg. So if you're worried about your underwear showing through, you will be fine. Even then, I actually had to wear underwear with these ones because I did get a little bit of a camel toe. But even when I wore the nude underwear underneath, you honestly couldn't even tell where it was, because mine didn't come high enough to go where the waistband is. It came like below it. So like where it's like single mesh, and you honestly couldn't even see the underwear. So you're totally all good as long as you wear a skin tone underwear underneath. But anyways, yeah, really love how they incorporated all the different fabrics. And it is a little bit itchier in like the shimmer parts than it is in like the others. And same with like the mesh ones can sometimes be a little itchy, but it's not something that I noticed all the time. It was kind of just like in moments you would notice it. So I don't think it's something to stray you away from the Storm leggings. I personally loved them. I wore them for my workout and felt very comfortable, felt very cute, and it gave some nice tummy control a little bit there. And it does have a little bit of reflective dots at the bottom, which is really nice. I love that they added them in almost all the leggings actually, so that if you are someone, like I said, who uses them in like when it's darker outside, I think it's always good to have some reflectiveness there for practicality wise. There is also a hidden pocket on the inside that does have that silicone grip situation happening as well, so that nothing is coming out while you're jumping, running, whatever it might be. I would definitely say that these are more of a medium to high compression. These ones do not have a top seam in them, so if you're looking for a top seam, that is coming up in the next leggings that I'm going to talk about, but these ones do not have that. And I actually did not find any issues with the seams of the mesh or anything like that. I didn't get any sausaging effect or anything, unlike the next leggings I'm about to talk about. So if you're worried about that, you will be all good there. I did notice that it left an imprint on my legs for sure because they are so tight, and that's again how I like them to fit. But overall, I found them a very comfortable legging. One thing that I want to note about with the Storm legging is that so it does have some side pockets, which I know you guys all love. And I actually I don't use the side pockets often when I do wear leggings with side pockets, but I didn't realize like how far down my phone falls into the side. So something that I was like, oh shit. But something I want to make note of is that when you are pulling up the leggings, I highly suggest that you put your hand in the pocket and then pull your leggings up that way versus pulling on the outside with the mesh pockets. You do risk puncturing a hole if you do it that way, especially if you have nails like me. So I found the safest way was to put my hand in the pocket and inch them up that way. So just want to make note of that to make sure that you preserve the mesh of your leggings. Okay, let's talk about the Infinity leggings. So the Infinity leggings, I'm wearing them literally as I'm sitting here. They are very comfortable and they're great for someone who wants a top seam. What I really like about this top seam versus other top seams is that it does have a draw cord in it so that you can adjust it. I'm literally sitting here and like my waistband is not rolling at all, so she stays in place. So if you're looking to add more top seam leggings, this one might be for you. Except for the one thing that I did notice that really is bugging me in these is that in the back where the seam goes, it is giving me like a sausage roll effect, which my brother calls Pillsbury Doughboy kind of effect. So I did get that in the Infinity leggings, unfortunately, and I do notice it quite a bit. Some girls don't, but I personally do. And again, maybe it's just a me thing, but I did notice it. These ones don't have any side pockets. They do instead have these loops on the side, which I think is so pretty. It has like a ribbon kind of effect looking, and it's meant to put like your towel there. I'm not really sure what else you'd put there. Like, yeah, your towel. I don't know what else. I mean, I clipped my mic to it, but I mean, not everyone's walking around with a mic when you're at the gym. But yeah, it's meant to like just hook things onto it. A lot of you guys are hating on it, to be very honest, but I think it's cute the way that it looks. Functionality wise, I'm not really sure how much I can do with it. It also does have a zippered pocket on the side in the back here for your cards or your keys. So I think that's good. I always prefer more of a zipper one because it just feels more secure. So the Infinity leggings overall are a win for me for a more high performance based legging, not only for the material, but for the overall functionality of it with the top seam. And again, I feel comfortable in the top seam. Like I don't feel like I'm spilling over or anything. And because it does have the draw cord, I feel like maybe that's why I feel good in the small versus I know with the other top seam leggings, I usually have to get a medium because if I get a small, like I can barely get it over my glutes. But these ones I felt really good in. Something really unique about these ones as well is that they are actually made of the recycled polyester and spandex. So that's always good when we could do some recycling, even if that's with our active wear. So if you guys are really into the recycled fabrics, then you guys might really love these even more for that reason. I did go ahead and compare the feel of these and the fit of these to the other recycled fabric leggings that we saw last year. And honestly, I didn't really notice a big difference or anything like that. Like they kind of felt pretty similar, like, you know, just a typical very slick performance fabric kind of feel. If anything, I feel these are like a little bit more compressive, but again, nothing too significant that I could really point it out to you guys. Overall, I just really love the legging itself and how it fits and feels. Next leggings are the Emerge leggings. I am so obsessed with the Emerge outfit, going with the matching bra and everything like that. I just really love this heat press brushed fabric situation happening. So it's like this like faux leather looking distressed situation outside, and then on the inside, not the waistband, but on the inside is the like newbie fabric. So it's very comfortable wearing them. The only thing is when you take them out of the package, it's kind of like a garbage bag is what someone described it as, where it's like really sticky, but when you're wearing them, it doesn't stick together or anything like that. I've washed these already and I hang dry them and it's totally fine. Like there's no sticking happening. It's literally just when you first take them out of the package. So don't be alarmed if you notice that when you order these. But I really love the leggings. The glute contouring is beautiful, and I did notice that these ones like to go a little bit up my booty crack, so it kind of gives me that wedgie look that some love, some don't. It's nothing dramatic like say the Amplify or say the inline seamless that we saw in the 70s collection. It's just a little bit to like really emphasize the glutes. I did notice that I got a little bit of a sneaky camel toe, which if you guys don't know what that is, it's like when it's like underneath, not quite in the front. So just be mindful of that. But honestly, because they're black and because it has so many textures going on, I feel like you couldn't really notice it unless you were like, depending on the angle that you're at, looking at my freaking vagina. But I really just want to make sure that that's clear, that you do get a little bit of one if you're really hiking it up. So just be mindful of that. These ones are a little bit longer in length. These ones are 27-inch inseam, where the previous leggings that I've been talking about have been more of a 26. So you do get an extra inch there. And I would say that these are definitely more light compression because they are more of like that Nubri kind of fabric. Correction, it is not Nubri on the inside. It is something else that is just nice and soft, since this is a 75% polyamide and 25% spandex blend, not your traditional Nubri blend. The Nubri blend is 74% nylon and 26% spandex. So definitely not Nubri. I apologize. It is its own fabric that I just really, really like. And like I said, is so freaking stretchy. I really, really do love the Emerge leggings, and they're going to be a go-to for lifestyle or at the gym. I wore them at the gym and I felt so good. So I think they're great for whatever your heart desires. They are also very, very stretchy. I personally loved how the size smalls fit on me, and that is what I usually go with for a lot of the, you know, faux leather leggings that we have that are kind of like a Rebel legging, but not. I usually always go with the small. So yeah, because they are light compression and they are very stretchy, you can just be mindful of that you might want to size down if you kind of know that that's what you typically like to do for these faux leather leggings. But I liked my small and can't imagine myself wearing an extra small or a medium. I feel like a medium would be like way too loose in the crotch area. So I would go with whatever is your usual, like I said, light compression legging size. Because yeah, you can see that's some serious stretch going on, you know? All right, and next is the Legacy leggings. So the Legacy leggings are our usual Legacy leggings that I personally love. They are my number one Nubri fabric legging. I just am obsessed with the butterfly seam in the back there, and I have them in the Hustle Print Blue. So you guys can have a look at what that looks like. It is blue on the outside. I don't feel that the Hustle Print gets distressed very much at all. I don't know if it's because it's like a black on like a darker color, so it's not as noticeable, and then the inside is printed on the blue. So I don't know why it's not nearly as bad with those ones versus, you know, prints that are printed on white. But just wanted to let you guys know that you are all good there. And even with all my other like white Hustle Print, even my older ones, and even with these shorts, you definitely don't notice anything. Well, actually, you'd notice it a bit more on the white ones, but yeah. So just kind of depends if that's something that bothers you. In regards to shearability in the like Hustle Print, you really can't see much because of all the black on here. Now, I would say if you're wearing a bright pink, like you'll definitely be able to see it when you are squatting or bending over. So again, I always just say when it comes to any light colors in general, always go nude or commando. I don't know how much more to stress that enough. Do not try to be wearing a black, pink, green underwear under light colors. It's just not what you want to do. And you guys know whenever something is not even like commando proof color, I let you guys know. So don't worry, I'll let you guys know. But I think for this launch, we're good as long as we're wearing, again, nude or commando. All right, last but not least is a legging that I don't have, and that is the Rebel leggings. So that is going to be the gray ombre leggings to match the Rosa V2 bra from earlier. The seams are black and it is printed on white. However, Kara did say that she did not notice that they sheared out very much at all, so you should be pretty safe there. This was their kind of spin on doing a more muted and more like chill holographic leggings, since you guys literally go crazy over the holographic leggings that they come out with. So this is kind of the more modest version of it. So it does kind of have that shimmer look, and then of course with the ombre and stuff. It's very, very pretty. It's not for me personally, but if you are into it, then it's going to be totally up your alley. As far as I know, they fit very similar as the most recent Rebel leggings have been fitting. So go ahead with your usual size. I know I always have a camel toe situation with the Rebel leggings, so I don't love them. Again, going back to the Emerge leggings, I didn't feel that these fit identical to the Rebel. Like they were similar, but not like completely the exact same as the Rebel, just because again, these are a different fabric, which is a 75% polyamide and 25% spandex, where the Elysium is a 73 polyester, 27% spandex. So there is a difference there in fabric, which does impact the fit. So I can only assume that the Rebel leggings are a little bit more high compressive versus what the Emerge is going to be like. So whatever size you'd normally get in the Rebel legging is what I would get this time around if you guys are planning on getting the gray ombre. Legacy shorts, you guys already know we love the legacy shorts. The usual 4-inch inseam, there are no changes to the legacy shorts. They are going to be coming out in 3 colors, the Candlelight, Mojave Mint, and Black. All right, so that is everything for the Storm collection. Honestly, I feel like the biggest hype around this collection is the cloud pieces. And if you're someone who needs more high performance fabric pieces as well. And if you like 2.5-inch shorts. But honestly, that's what I'm most excited about is the cloud pieces. And just to have a little bit more pieces for my running, because you know, she runs now. So you know, she needs stuff that's going to stay in place, absorb the sweat well, and stuff like that. So as always, not every single collection is for everybody, and that is on purpose. You don't need to love every single collection. You will only need to love what you feel you need or want, and that is okay. And that is so that we can accommodate so many different bodies, so many different athletes, so many different purposes. And I really, really love that about Buffbunny collection is that they are starting a lot of conversation as to whether people like things or don't like things or think things are dumb or whatever that might be. But I think that's the beauty and the evolution of a brand and them trying new things to know like what people want. Like for example, I will still not be over how the holographic leggings sell out so freaking fast. Like that's the last thing I would buy, but yet it's the one thing that sells out the fastest. So I think that's something to just keep in mind as you guys see more and more of what's coming out in 2023, which is a lot of cool things. I got a little sneak peek. So I'm very, very excited for this year, like very. So yeah, I think that's just something to keep in mind that as a brand grows and evolves, like, you know, you do need to take risks in some things. And I think that's just such a beautiful thing with a brand. So I'm very, very excited to see what else is in the pipeline for this year in 2023. So with that being said, as always, if you guys have any additional questions, please feel free to ask by commenting below, sending me an Instagram DM, commenting on one of my story boxes. That is literally the best way to get that one-on-one interaction with me is when I put a question box up and I say, if you have any questions, leave them here. If you have a message that's waiting for me to open, let me know here. Like literally, that is your guaranteed way that I will not miss it before launch. My Discord community, you guys already know, you guys are always my #1 priority. So if you want to join that free community, go ahead. Don't forget that the PDF, I do update it as we get the prices. So right now the prices might not be in there, but I do another version with the prices. I personally don't know the prices until you guys do over on Instagram. So there's that. And then as always, I'll keep you guys up to date on any pieces beyond this video once it goes live through my Instagram highlight that will be labeled Storm. So with that being said, again, if you guys want to support me directly for everything that I do for the reviews, helping you guys one-on-one, or if you just like me as an athlete with the company, you guys can go ahead and use the code GABS at checkout, and that does save you 10% off your entire order. If you guys do choose to support me, please let me know by sending me DM, a screenshot of your order, so I can say thank you and include you in my Gab Fam boomerangs. This is something that I used to do every single collection, and I definitely have been slacking on it the last few. So I think with 2023, we need to reboot those. So I would love to see your guys' orders come through so I can include you in on those. It's always a fun way to just bring the community together in that sense. And lastly, don't forget that I do have a giveaway going on over on Instagram for 2 of you guys to win a $50 gift card. And every single month, personally, I do a giveaway for 6 people who use my support code as my way of saying thank you for choosing to use my code, because you could literally use no code, Buffbunny code, any other athlete's code, but you guys choose to use mine. And so that is my way of saying thank you every single month. I give 6 people a $50 gift card as just a way to say thank you for your support, because without you guys, none of this would be possible. So I always want to just give gratitude where I can. All right, that is everything for this video. I hope it was helpful, and I cannot wait to see what you guys buy on January 7th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you guys in the next one. Bye. And so sorry for all the technical difficulties. I promise we'll fix them for the next one. Okay, bye.